Hey everybody, welcome to Sports Check. I've got my NBA season preview loaded up, the return of Lolo, and the Honey Badger is back at it again. Don't go anywhere. This is your Sports Check. Previously on Sports Check. The Honey Badger gets what he wants! And then he smokes it. You have a choice to make, Mr. Badger. You can either be great, or you can smoke. Let's see if I can win the Heisman high as a kite. So how's that working out? The offseason has already seen Mike Dyer and Isaiah Crowell dismissed from Auburn and Georgia, so you think Tehran would have seen the warning signs. But it's hard to see the warning signs when someone passes you that sweet Sheba, am I right? Now, to be fair, Matthew has reportedly said he wants to sit out this year and return to the team in 2013 if possible. Yeah, about that. Maybe now the Honey Badger will get what he needs. A padded cell. This guy is certifiably nuts. And how nuts is he? Step right up, step right up. It's close. How many ways are there to say, dude, you're blowing it? But Mr. Matthew wasn't alone. He and fellow underachiever Jordan Jefferson were both booked on simple marijuana possession, while two other former Tigers took felony distribution charges. What was the name of his rehab clinic again? I'm sure Lindsay Lohan has it on speed dial. After professing a sincere want to rejoin his LSU teammates next season, Tehran stands little chance of wearing the purple and gold after this latest debacle. When pigs fly, hell freezes over, and Paula Deen publishes her new vegan cookbook. Wonder if there's a recipe for Matthew's cooked goose. Anyway, it's sad to see the Honey Badger's college career go up in smoke, but he'll still get picked up in the NFL draft. Professional sports where the freakishly athletic stoners prosper and thrive. Just keep it on the low. Another underachieving athlete on the radar this week was Miss Lolo Jones, who found herself back in the Olympic spotlight after making the U.S. bobsled team. But wait, I don't remember Lolo bobsledding. There's a reason for that. Lolo ran hurdles for the U.S. in the last two Summer Olympics, and despite being one of the most visible American athletes, failed to medal in either. The Anna Kournikova of hurdling. And now she's on the bobsled team. Because those two sports just flow seamlessly together. Like a peanut butter and pickle sandwich. She actually made the team as a push athlete, but I think we all know what this is really about. Starts with an R and ends with an eightings. The bobsled event hasn't received much attention in the States. The men haven't medaled since '52, and since winning gold in 2002, the women have dropped a level ever since. I can say with confidence that this does not have publicity stunt written all over it. Imagine if you were one of the athletes that just missed the cut. What? What do you mean I didn't make the team? Well, who made it then? Lolo Jones? She can't even jump over her own hurdles and you want her to run on ice? Can you imagine the thousands? No. The hundreds? No. The tens. We'll just go with the tens. The tens of women who have trained their whole lives for this moment? I might be able to fit them all in this room. Regardless, this is an outrage. Women's futures hang in the balance. Or the line for the U.S. women's bobsled team is looking a lot like the line for the 10 items or less checkout counter. I'll admit it. I just want to hear one thing out of this. Hey Lolo, you dead? The NBA regular season starts Tuesday, October 30th. I like basketball. And this season promises to be even more competitive than the last. Offseason moves revamped contenders while knocking other franchises into obscurity. Let's get into it. The Dwight Howard trade this summer moved vital players all over the map, including Andre Iguodala to Denver, Andrew Bynum to the Sixers, and 11 total players to the Magic over the next few seasons. The trade was perfect for LA and Denver. Iguodala fits right into the Nuggets' up-tempo style of play, while the Lakers hauled in Superman and Steve Nash in the same summer. We'll have to see how Bynum pans out in Philly, who should still be a playoff team. The Magic, on the other hand, will have to wait a couple of seasons on their investment. The Brooklyn Nets improved their standing in the East by keeping Deron Williams and adding Joe Johnson. The Atlantic Division is packed and it'll be fun to see who emerges between the Nets, Knicks, and Celtics. Boston lost a cog in their aging machine when Ray Allen joined the champs in Miami. The Heat are still the unquestioned favorite, and adding more firepower beyond the arc only widens the gap. A big X factor among the East contenders is the return of Derrick Rose to the Bulls. Chicago was upset by the Sixers after Rose tore his ACL in the first round last year, and if he can't return by the All-Star break, I'm not holding out much hope for their playoff chances. In a conference with a lot of teams on the rise, the window will close quickly on teams who don't step up. After acquiring Howard and Nash, the Lakers pole vaulted to the top of the Western Conference in most media outlets. But I'm not buying in just yet. Like most super teams, they'll need a year to gel, and Oklahoma City is the one team where chemistry is not an issue. The Thunder retained everyone vital to last year's run, and while the Lakers will pose a threat, Kevin Durant and company aren't backing down from anyone, except for LeBron. I'll also be eager to see how the Clippers have improved in year 2. CP3 made LA's second team postseason worthy, but whether or not they can actually advance is a different matter entirely. Denver's high-scoring attack was only made more potent with the addition of Andre Iguodala. Iggy also gives them a defensive dimension that could take them to the next level. And I'm still waiting for the Spurs or Mavericks to go away, but they won't do it. And I'm wondering if this is the year where one or both of them rides off into the sunset. The X factors in the West are twofold. The Minnesota Timberwolves will be without their superstars Kevin Love and Ricky Rubio to start the season, but their additions of Brandon Roy and Andrei Kirilenko make this an exciting team to keep an eye on. I'm not sure if Roy and Kirilenko can shoulder the load at this point in their careers, but don't forget, these two were also once superstars in their own right. I'd also like to see how the Hornets fare with new college stars Anthony Davis and Austin Rivers. They probably won't make the playoffs, but look for them to make some noise in 2013. With all that said, I couldn't be more excited about this season. It'll be one to remember, and if you need more, I'll have a special look at all the league's Southern teams on the Randall Sports Wrap-Up Monday. And that's the show for this week. Make sure to leave a comment below the video on Facebook or YouTube and let me know what you think. So until next week, I'm Seth Hagen, and this has been your Sports Check. Later.